Yeah. All right. So this next piece of news comes from Nintendo Soup. This was actually sent to us by one of our great Discord members. It says King Zell, who I have no idea who that is, says, "You will love 2020 if you liked The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild." I'm sorry, guys. This is one of the most obvious statements anyone could make. It's like, oh, if you liked Breath of the Wild, look forward to 2020. No.
Guess what? If you liked this Zelda game, they're making another one.
Yeah, they're literally making like 3 or 4 different Zelda games right now.
Onuma already said like that the next Zelda game is going to be like in the same style. Like this is how he wants to continue making Zelda games.
But Game Informer said Nintendo never talks about the new Zelda games.
He was very open about that.
But Game Informer, Daniel, Game Informer told us
during a Game Informer interview.
What?
I'm pretty sure.
No, because they had that podcast where they had said that the new Zelda game would be coming sooner than we thought.
I want to burn down Game Informer.
No. So, anyways, getting back to Nintendo Soup and Game Informer. Personally, I really like Game Informer, but some of the stuff they say, it's just like, but like,
wow, it's like, wow, you guys need
to completely
make clicks today, don't you?
it seems about like it, because like the thing they said during that podcast that everyone reported on, like completely contradicted what they had said. Like during the actual interview they had, and then there were other interviews where like Nintendo, if you want to know what the next Zelda games plural is going to be about, Nintendo has literally told us everything about like 2 or 3 different games, or at least as much as you can show or tell without a trailer, like multiplayer, online,
open air. Sorry, they don't like the term open world.
Evolving 2D was another.
Yeah.
I guess that just means making it look like a claymation thing. I don't know.
You should, everyone in the chat, you should watch. Jesse made a really great video about it, and I edited that video, actually.
Yeah, we made a video about the new Zelda game 2 years ago.
Yeah,
about news that we had 2 years ago that people are still reporting on. Anyways, this says, King Zell, a leaker who has very outstanding track record, has posted a cryptic message on Reset Era about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In his short and cryptic message, King Zell hinted to other members that if they love The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, they will like 2020. King Zell did not elaborate further.
You'll like the whole year.
What his message means, and quote, and guys, comma, if you like Breath of the Wild, BOTW, you will like next year, space, and am out, end quote. Although King Zell's hint is too vague, we speculate there could be new content for Breath of the Wild coming in 2020, or a new game running the same engine will be announced or even released in 2020. Looks like we'll just have to wait and see. For those of you unfamiliar with King Zell, this leaker has correctly predicted the February 13th Nintendo Direct and Animal Crossing Switch news, and many other things in the past, so he has a stellar track record for now.
For now.
Seems like he predicted 2 things.
Yeah, but 2 out of 2 is 100%.
Yeah. From what this site says, is 2 out of 2, so good for him. But just this
video that you mentioned that we did.
It's like new Zelda in 2020.
Yeah.
Something.
I got it. It's in the chat, guys. Just wait. Click it into a new tab, and then once we're done this, go watch.
The best comments are from people that are like, this is clickbait, or like, this video is stupid, or like, you made all this up. And I'm like, it literally shows the interviews on the screen, though. Like,
yeah.
And then there's other people that comment saying the same thing. Like, the interviews, like, all the information comes from the interview, and I'm just like, thank you guys, you actually watched the video.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like someone literally earlier today, someone commented on a video and it's like, well, this video is stupid, Ocarina of Time is obviously a sequel to Majora's Mask.
Excuse.
Yeah
that hurts.
So anyways, the real news that we have about Zelda in 2020, most of which you can find on that video, comes from Miyamoto, Aonuma, and Game Informer, who said that Nintendo never... Yeah, so this is it. This is it. Literally earlier today.
Focus camera. Isn't Ocarina of Time a sequel to Majora?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I get comments like that all the time. Usually from people telling me that I'm wrong or that I'm stupid or something, and then giving me something that makes them wrong. And
Maybe they don't know what sequel means.
Maybe. But anyways, like someone else commented, what was it? I forgot what it was, but it was like the stupidest thing trying to be in favor of the Link is Dead theory. It's like, but if Link didn't die in Majora's Mask, why is he a skeleton in Twilight Princess? And I'm like,
you see, because everyone just kind of at some point dies. So the game's hundreds of years later, so I mean, at some point he's got to die. It's just the sad truth.
Yeah. So anyways, oh geez, my head. All of this makes my head hurt. No, okay. So anyways, from interviews, we know that Aonuma has said that Breath of the Wild has finished DLC. They are working on a new Zelda game. So that is something that they've been saying. That's something that should have been common sense for people. Not the DLC part, but that they work on a new Zelda game as soon as they finish the other one. Usually as soon as like they get close to finishing a game, they'll break off part of the team and have them like start focusing on pre-production of the new game while the rest of the old team just kind of stays behind to polish up and get out all of the bugs and stuff.
And they cry because they're like, I want to work on the new game.
Yeah. But yeah, and then there was also the rumor that came out a while back where there's like Nintendo wants to put out a new Zelda game every year or something like that.
Yep.
And then we're all just like, yeah, but why is everyone talking about this? Nintendo's been doing this for the past almost 10 years. Sometimes we get 2 or 3 Zelda games a year because there's spin-offs and remakes and ports and
that's counting those things. So like Link's Awakening, for example, is like coming out this year. So
Hyrule Warriors was last year.
Brand new. It's a remake, but like still in the Zelda moniker, right? So
yeah. And then like, you know, Twilight Princess HD, Majora's Mask 3D, Hyrule Warriors Legends Definitive Edition, whatever. They're even working on the handheld Zelda game, so that'll be interesting. At least
or is that Link's Awakening? Is that the handheld Zelda game?
No, I mean like the phone game.
Oh right, I blocked it from my mind because
you don't want to connect 3 Zelda game, where it's like it's all just block puzzles, like Ocarina of Time's Forest Temple, where you have to like get the blocks to match up. That's the entire Zelda game.
That's the whole game.
That's
it. Or it's all just sliding block puzzles in the ice cavern.
Like that in Wind Waker.
I did that. Actually did both of those today on my stream. Twitch.tv/Captain.
What's the Picto puzzle in Wind Waker?
Oh, I love those actually.
I
used to hate them as a kid, and then last time I was playing through Wind Waker, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this out, and then I did like literally 15 of them in a row, and I was like, oh, I better go and save the world. I'm getting distracted.
Isn't it? It's a ghost in that.
Ghost?
Is there not a ghost that's? Or no, it's
butler,
the butler
it's
ghost.
A cardboard cutout of a butler.
But he talks.
He talks to you, yeah.
So it's like a ghost, right?
There's also a talking tree. You don't question that.
There's
a talking tree and a talking boat, but you're worried about the talking cardboard cutout.
If you make the cardboard from a talking tree.
Oh. Maybe that's it.
So
there you go.
Speaking of Zelda 2020, last night I watched the Pokemon I Choose You movie, the remake movie.
Oh. How was Pikachu's voice in that?
It was alright.
Okay.
I thought it was like they made this one of my favorite scenes. I think anyone who grew up watching the original Pokemon thing, they kind of ruined one of the best moments between Ash and Charmander, because instead of Charmander being alone in the cave saving the life of the Charmander, or Ash in the cave with Charmander,
Right.
it's like him and like a friend and then like a frenemy. And then the frenemy like makes like medicine and stuff for the Charmander, and I'm like, I thought the whole point was Ash was like freezing to death in the cave holding the Charmander alone. Was he in the cave with other people? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so like I was watching it and I'm like, it's cool that we get like a retelling of this, but it's like that the entire point of that was like he did that. That was the connection he had with Charmander, not he and two other people had a connection with Charmander. Because then Charizard grows up and doesn't listen to him, and you're just like, Charizard, he saved your life. Don't be like that.
I thought it was Charmeleon that stopped listening to him.
No, like there's the
Charizard
fight
too?
with the fire gym leader
boy.
where he's fighting Magmar, and Charizard just like tries to go to sleep.
Why would you use Charizard if you're fighting Magmar?
Because like I remember Ash says something like, no. So none of Ash's Pokemon could like fight Magmar because Magmar would hide in the lava. So
okay, that makes sense.
Ash was like, well, if beneath
Right.
the gym counts, then above the gym should count too. So he gets his Charizard to like fly Magmar up in the sky, and I don't know, it's really weird.
It's really weird. But what you should have done is got a water type to like spray all over the lava so that it turns to rock, and then the Magmar's stuck underneath.
This is true. I've done this in many of Zelda games.
There you go. Yeah. So then Magmar's stuck. He can't fight. You win by default. He probably dies down there, but
it's so horrible. Then you have to get an Onyx to dig a hole.
He's gotta
through the
down
rock
to get him. He's gotta. They could do it. Onyx could do it.
And then because of all the heat, he evolves into Steelix. Right?
Oh, I hate Steelix though. Like they're like, let's make Onyx
just let Onyx die then.
Yeah, just let him die. No.
It's better than being a Steelix.
I don't know what it is. I see Steelix and I'm like, so not cool. Like Onyx is a cool Pokemon. You see Onyx, you're like, whoa, look at there's Onyx. He's badass. He's so cool. And then Steelix, you're like, no, I don't know about that. It's like Steelix is like the Austin Powers to Onyx's James Bond, you know? like one's cool super spy and the other's a weird goofy parody. Actually, I really like Austin Powers, but that's the point.
When you throw him out of it, when he first gets out of his Pokeball, he takes 10 minutes to pee.
Yeah, see? You're just like, I'm waiting. Can we...
And
you could have gone before you got out of the Pokeball.
And then Will Ferrell has a 2-minute cameo somewhere where he just gets dropped in the volcano.
Why did it have to be Will Ferrell? Oh, yeah, no, wait. If Will Ferrell gets dropped in the volcano, okay with that.
Anyways.
I don't like Will Ferrell.
Zelda 2020.
The Legend of Zelda, you say?
Yeah, so what other news has been going on? We can talk about this really quick.
Yeah, sure.
Daniel, did you know everyone is apparently talking about Nintendo getting Xbox Live?
Yeah.
Apparently, and this isn't like one of those made up BS rumors. This is something that actually leaked on a website or something, and then it kind of makes sense with...
Hey everyone, it's me again, Elia Rose. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. And you know what? If you're a fan of videos like this, you should totally subscribe and give this video a like and comment below to let us know what type of videos you would like to see us create in the future. And if you would really like to support all of us here at the GameOverJesse channel, please consider purchasing a GameOverJesse t-shirt or becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can receive many rewards, such as getting shoutouts, having any topic or theory that you select discussed on the podcast or made into its own video, having your question answered, joining on as a guest on the podcast, and playing with us during our Twitch live streams at twitch.tv/GameOverJesse, and much, much more.